Back here at the Orange County Convention Center here in Orlando, Florida. The 38th edition of the National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America, and joined by Army vet, I'm not going to call him Air Force, Jimmy Green. Softball and basketball, played both in softball and basketball, but he's joining me as we are getting set to have this basketball gold medal game. And this week's live streams are brought to you by USAA, and basketball brought to us by Invacare, as Invacare, the great sponsors of basketball. And again, the live streams brought to you by USAA, the official media and technology sponsor of the 38th National Veterans Wheelchair Games.
Guys ready? Let's go.
As we get set with the jump ball. As well, we'll get to the starting lineups real quick, Jimmy, as we see well, the big man Anthony Pone in the gold jersey with Laverne Anderson, 00 Marco Bungert, number 15 is Sean Castle, number 10 is Ryan Major, as the first hoop there by Laverne Anderson. And he has a mix of his story. So funny, Jimmy, because they thought it was a woman. They put him on the wrong team. So the first day I was like, I see you have your registration number, but you don't exist right now. So obviously bronze medal in softball, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How'd you end up finishing up in basketball?
Oh, well,
the game started here.
Obviously I'm sitting here with you, so
which
didn't go.
It's a bummer, but it's a great thing for us, so we love it.
Well, this game, a big Anthony Pone on the ground. This game has potential to be a barn burner, but it also has potential to get out of hand.
Oh, no. Okay.
If they can put the brakes on big Anthony Pone, then they have a good shot at it, because Javi and T are both really good shooters, and they're both very good players, and they can definitely keep up in points.
So yeah, for the Explorer team, again, and they're in the orange jerseys, and Enterprise in the gold jerseys, T. Foster, he is number 1, and has the ball in the corner. Also, a little collision there, and Pone gets the ball.
Yeah, Pone with the rebound is probably something people are going to get tired of hearing us say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so we have T. Foster, Billy Ray Pierce is number 2. Number 10 is Joanne Rodriguez. Number 4 is Brent Norris, and number 15, Javier Rodrigo Santiago on the court for Explorer. Again, 2-0 early on for the home team, which is the Enterprise team, as Sean Castle inbounds the ball. So you played against both these teams. What can we, early on, 2-0, what can we expect to see, Jimmy?
Well, very good shooting once they get warm up, I would imagine. I did not play against the yellow team, but I did play against the orange team. We lost by 6, and it was mostly off the shooting of Javi and T.
And T, we gave him the props earlier. You were the catch of the softball tournament, falling out of his chair, reaching to his right. Mikey G said, looking like the Wizard of Oz right there. Ozzie Smith put the ball up, didn't get hurt, and he, no surprise he's here in the gold medal basketball game. As again, congratulations to Mercury in rugby and championship Saturday, and Tim Connor, talk about him more as he won the Super G, as Pone puts the shot up. Ooh, just a little bit short. As Foster with the rebound as he's flying up court. And gets a nice screen there, and a little bit too much. Ooh, well, that's one way to neutralize him, right? Get him in foul trouble.
Yeah, that will do it. That will do it. And Javi, actually, you may call that a good foul because Javi had position underneath. But if that winds up being the first of his 5th, then no way that's a good foul.
Exactly. Javi with the ball now is, look at that, nice dribble, and well, gets cut off, but nice turn there by Pone, again, who does play professionally in France. Yeah, he was. I saw him last night. He stood up, and you're right, man. Standing up, you were talking about in softball about 6'8", and it's like Even in the chair, I got to think that's a little bit of an intimidating factor.
I have taken pictures with Pone over the years, and sitting in that chair, I stood up and held on to him, and he's almost as tall as me.
Sorry to interrupt. Laverne Anderson goes forward. He's looking like he's telling Joanna there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you a hug, say hello. Welcome to the gold medal game.
A formal introduction.
But so you were holding on to him, or you standing next to him?
Well, just to stand up
Right.
and see, and he's as tall as I am when I'm upright, and that's just unfair.
See Ryan Major there, number 10, bronze medalist in rugby.
Here you go, here you go, here you go.
Feeling so how you feeling at the end of the week now? I mean, it rips by, but a little tired. Oh yeah, see the hands. Yeah.
Showing you my knuckles. I jammed it on the basketball yesterday, and I'm worn out, but it's a good worn out. It's usually the case.
So,
and remember, I was telling you the other night I would not want to drive home from the games, and this is why.
exactly.
Nice pass and a nice shot.
Up and in by Billy Ray Pierce.
Nice pass from
Softball player as well.
T. Yeah, most players play both. Oh, Pone is definitely
he
in
gets
position this time.
now. It's Castle. Look at that. Gets it to him. Puts it up. Well, there you go. Up and in. And yes, I like that strategy, though. Jimmy, get him in foul trouble. Who cares if it's far away from the hoop? Try and get him to pick up the cheap fouls, as we love to call it in basketball.
Otherwise, you really need to keep him out of the lower half of the paint. If you can keep him out of that lower half, then you have a chance at him not making it. But if he gets as close as that, that's pretty much a guarantee. And even if he does miss it from there, he's going to get the rebound. That's T's shot. Ooh, he'll have to get warmed up. A lot of times you'll see.
Oh, and a
that
turnover.
pass.
Javi comes in. Look at that. Takes a dribble, but he has a wall right in front of him there. Ooh, puts it up, but Laverne Anderson. Nice rebound there for Laverne. He played, first time playing softball. But yeah, first game he ever played, he pitched. They had won that game. So yeah, Laverne, first time he pitched. I told him, well, they got the right guy up there because, like we were talking about the junk, he threw a lot of junk and people were swinging. So we get a foul there. And it's a turnover.
Hey, get back on me, go.
Inbounding will be Brent Norris. So you didn't play T's team. You're saying you only played Enterprise. You didn't play Orange or Explorer. You played Enterprise team.
No,
the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, so you played Explorer. You didn't play the
Exactly.
You played Enterprise. Didn't play Explorer. I got you. So Marco Bunger, he competed in the Super G this morning. He again just in the first round, the 4-5 matchup against David Norris. Norris just edged him out, but yeah, there was some. I mean, you know how intense it is over there. As T puts up the free throw and sinks it, making it 4-3 in favor of Enterprise. As I should have mentioned, they were the home team in the gold jerseys. And concentration there, puts it up, nice arc. Oh, goes off the back rim. As Castle gets the rebound. Now, Marco Bunger collides with Ryan Major. He's used to that from playing quad rugby. He probably felt right at home there.
A little pressure from Orange, which is not a bad idea. Make these guys work to get up there.
Now with same as basketball, I forgot to ask you, is it 10 seconds to get across?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so 10 seconds and a 30-second shot clock, 2 20-minute halves like college basketballs. We got a little something on the court there. T picks it up and sends it away.
All of the rules are the same as NCAA basketball, except for there is no double dribble, and a traveling call would be if you push the wheel more than 2 times without dribbling once.
Playing with the ball, thinking about putting the shot up, and he does. Ooh, just a little bit short. Gets tipped around. Ooh, Laverne Anderson, but he sends it right over to T. Foster. See Foster, well, just trying to set the tempo, get out on the break, but the defense gets back as the enforcer on offense and defense. Anthony Pone back.
Nice pass.
What a beautiful wraparound
and
pass.
Nice shot by Javi, a great pass from T.
Little around the defense there. They didn't know what hit him on that pass, Jimmy. that's probably one of your tricks you taught him, right?
Yeah, I taught them both.
What else did you? I know you had softball and basketball. Now, what else were you participating in?
I did all 3 field events and didn't fare so well. Archery for my first time and
Nice.
got the silver.
Very good.
And got the gold in 9-ball. Rebound by T. Oh. Turnover. Brent Norris is, I would say, one of the better Class 1s at the National Veterans Wheelchair Games. He and I played together last year and got the silver medal.
Nice. Jesse Lind on the bench. He sat in on a few basketball broadcasts last year too. He came up to me. He's like, "I finally see you the last day of tournament." I was like, "I know. Unfortunately, we didn't have one of your games." But he goes, "Speak well of me." I'm like, "Well, Jimmy's there. He'll speak well of you."
Oh, absolutely.
No, I will too. He's a great guy to have on last year too. And again, just like you said, and I did steal your line, so thank you for that. And Mike Gilbow, appreciate it. The family reunion of 600. Everybody loved that. So.
Jesse and I, his first year was Dallas, and we played softball together, got the gold medal. So nothing bonds you better than a great week and a gold medal together.
Absolutely.
And we've been buds ever since. And that's the good thing, another upside for the Orange team is that they have a few good players on the bench to make subs.
And well, on cue, we didn't even know they were going to do that, but he subs in. So Lynn comes in, he'll check in for Billy Ray Pearson. Yeah, I mean, your first year you get a gold medal. That's tough because in every year you expect a gold medal, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about it. My first gold medal in basketball was my 5th year.
All right. So Vern Anderson puts it up, and it looks like maybe too much of a lane violation as the whistle blows there. And again, the volunteers, the officials that come out every year and do this, but the volunteers that make this happen, Invacare presenting or sponsoring basketball. Lane violation, but 5-4. And Explorer up over Enterprise.
I was going to say, sorry. These officials are volunteering, technically, but all 3 of them, either now or in the past, were NWBA referees. So all 3 very good refs.
So not going to get too much past them, and you can't you can't lobby them, guilt them into too many calls because they know what to look for.
And that's a good thing. I mean, every player out here will tell you they'd much rather have these experienced refs and not get away with anything.
Oh, it's also
there's a foul.
Big foul.
But it was
there.
a good foul. It would have been an easy 2.
So I see Darius Jones checked in, number 11 for Explorer. Navy vet. Also, now coming in will be number 12, Derek Trenton. And for Enterprise and now for Explorer, well, they're getting the subs off the bench quick. As
Junior Fretz.
Yeah, Junior
Another
Fretz. I was
good
going to
player
say,
off
it
the
says
bench.
Glenn, and I was trying to remember because for softball it's Junior, so I did know that. Thank you, Jimmy. It is Junior Fretz. I was like, it's not Glenn, it's not Glenn. As the shot goes up, ooh, and Pone gets the rebound. And now, and the minimum to play is 10 minutes or 8 minutes for every player?
Every player gets at least 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
And that's a rule for the National Veterans Wheelchair Games.
Yes. Darius with the ball, gets to Sean Castle. Ooh, has the 3, but goes over to Pone. Oh, and well, knocking the ball, gathers, takes his time. Ooh, the rebound, tries to tip it away, but look at T right there, getting a little position on the big man.
Sean's usually a lot more of a shooter, but I don't blame him for getting that pass into Pone. And, you know, the guy could almost dunk.
Javier Rodriguez Santiago back and up top, and the shot goes up for
Nice
Mike. Look
job.
off the bench. And
I taught him
you
everything
say,
he knows.
There you go, exactly, because it was his first year. He learned from you. And
That's right.
you say warming up. He came off
Yeah, he came. He was ready.
Vinnie Johnson, the old school Detroit, the microwave. Came in, just buried shots. Ooh, little nice defense there. Was close to the 10 seconds. And now we're going to get a foul as we see Marco Bunger getting helped up. Getting tangled up there, but making sure he's all right. Played softball as well over there in obviously doing the slalom, qualifying for the Super G. Yeah, just had Sheldon Lane on, and I said, by the end of the week, you field the competition, right?
Did he say yes?
Oh yeah, he said it there, and they had a double overtime game in the his quad rugby game. They had a double overtime game to advance to the gold medal game, and they ended up getting the bronze later on, Jimmy. But yeah, double overtime game in quad rugby. He said, and he had missed his slalom the next morning.
I can't imagine anyone saying no when asked that question. It is
Yes.
tough competition out here, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, great job. I mean, and I got to go out to swimming yesterday. Like I told you, that was, man, just to see cutting through the water. And again, talking to one of the coaches out there, we got to talk to Charlie Wright, who is like, and again, just adapting back to the water. And he's like, you get him in the water, learn, see what strokes work for him. And yeah, it's just some of them, it's upper body, and I mean, swimming being one of the toughest, but that was awesome to watch. But yeah, by the end of the week, especially after competing, like I said, swimming, track, or field, multiple games of basketball, softball, you've earned to take a few extra naps next week.
I'll tell my wife you said so.
See, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. As
Nice
Cone
for
hits
Anthony.
both free throws, and they get back to within one, 7-6, 12-13 left to go here in the first half.
If there's anyone watching who has never been to the games, but they're eligible, and based on what we've said about the great athletes that are here, I don't want anyone to think that if they're not a great athlete that they can't come here, because it ranges from, Paralympic athletes all the way down to first time ever doing it, and this is the place to learn and to see if you enjoy a specific sport. And so don't think that you're not good enough to do this, because this is for everybody.
And Darius Jones all by himself under the hoop. Gets
Nice
turned
pass.
around. Oh,
Short.
just a little bit short as T. Foster hit that shot. And perfectly said, because we talked about it. I mean, like I was telling you, a lot more novices that I've actually talked to this year, their first year in the games, and everyone. I mean, you just echoed it right there, but everybody's saying, come out, you'll learn, don't be nervous. Yeah, you might mess up the first year, but by the end of the week, you'll be feeling a lot more confident about the sport and wanting to come back the next year and participate in more events.
Exactly. And even the best players out here don't expect everyone on their team to be professional. They're actually us guys that have been around a while. We part of what we enjoy is helping new guys learn the sport and helping them decide if it's for them.
And obviously, you helping teaching Jesse Lynn the tricks
Yeah,
and winning him a gold medal.
I'm
This
very proud of
basketball is for him.
And softball. Yep.
Oh, nice move there by Javi as he comes. Oh, and just loses control, and it'll be a turnover. As Darius Jones will inbound the ball. I say, got a little bit of feedback. Everybody was excited about your suggestions of Louisville. That Anthony Pone gets the inbound. Nice
Pick by Sean, and he will get the change.
Pick and roll.
Nice shot.
Look at that. Goes underneath just to make sure the defense couldn't have a chance at that. But the pick, and then he rolls to the hoop. Just like we're taught when we first learned the game, Jimmy.
Yes, he did the work to set the pick and then got the payoff. Nice pass by T to
So
Jesse
close to
for
the
another two.
baseline too. Like, how do you guys stay in? I see it so many times. Just millimeters away from just being out, and the other team's like, oh, they turn the ball over, and then all of a sudden it's a great pass like that in the hoop.
Ooh, the defense broke down there with the pressure.
Makes it 11-10 though, and Orange takes their first timeout. And trying to get a breather.
Timeout, Orange. Number 1.
11-10 the score. Well, we're just almost halfway through. So your thoughts so far? Teams kind of adjusting to each other. What are your thoughts of the first about 10 minutes of this game?
Yeah, everybody needs to get warmed up. I'm sure it'll get better. The shooting will get tighter. But I'm glad it's a very close game, and I expect it to stay that way. The Orange team is using good strategy to force Sean and Anthony to work up the court, not just letting them roll up. And so far, it's paying off.
Yeah. And T. Foster, you see him talking to his team, coaching him up. And he's always got a smile on his face, as along with Jimmy Green here, Army vet, and a. So this is your 23rd games, right?
Yes, it is. I'm very proud of that. You know, I mean, some people may say, you know, all you got to do is get on a plane or drive over there. But you know, the key is to staying healthy. If you're not healthy, your doctor won't clear you to come. So you know, I do a lot of work to stay as healthy as possible, and you know, most of us do as best we can to stay in shape so that we can excel in the sports and keep coming out.
Yeah, I mean, again, and we didn't touch on that, but just like you said, to stay in shape throughout the year. I know Quad Rugby, talking to Gabriel Diaz de Leon, he just had shoulder surgery. Ryan Lindstrom telling me, and you know, just got clear, but wasn't, you know, you could tell the motion not there, and sometimes he's a little frustrated, but just to get back and be ready for the games, that quick turnaround, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you know, even if you know, if anything happens during the year and maybe you're not physically ready for basketball, I mean, there's a whole lot of other things to do. I wouldn't miss it just because I couldn't play basketball. I would, you know, whatever it takes. There's 9-ball, there's table tennis.
Oh, yeah.
You know, other things you can do. So
bocce.
Exactly, yeah. You might have, you know, it takes some arm and shoulder strength to be good at that as well. But, yeah, I mean, whatever it takes, I'll be here.
Oh, and
Castle
gets
that one
down
got
court.
away.
It gets tipped, but it will stay with Enterprise, as Castle will inbound. Or no, not Darius. Jones goes back to inbound.
They're basically double teaming Anthony Pone, which is probably smart. Oh,
he got free that time though.
Yeah. They went towards the ball and left Pone, and that is the major rule that they do not want to.
Look at T. Foster there going around.
Nice moves.
Darius Jones just say, I'm gonna make you go around, but keeps his balance. Did that in softball, scored a run. As Javi with the ball at the free throw line, and he'll hand it back off to T10 on the shot clock though. Home right there. Ooh, nice screen. Great job by Brent Norris.
Nice pass.
And Javi with the shot. Oh, just off as Marco Bunger gets the rebound right away. Gets to the pony. Just look at that. Smoothly drops it off to Sean Castle. But Explorer transitioning back pretty good on defense. You touched on that early in the game. Again, their need to get back on defense, but they're transitioning back pretty good. That ball gets knocked out.
Nice reach by T. His arms, his body looks normal size, but he has reach. I mean, it'll get you because he doesn't look real tall in the chair, but his arms are very long, and he'll slap them out on you like that.
Ball goes to Darius Jones. Castle gives it right back to Castle. Fake the shot. Now he's going to put it up. That's online. Oh, just off.
T is on the break.
Anthony Pone getting
nice
back.
Move.
Stops, and Pone, challenges it. Just off, but Jesse Lynn with the rebound. Oh, just off the rim, and it comes to Sean Castle. Now Marco Bunger gets across half court.
Ooh, nice. Brent Norris playing good defense there. Hustling.
Trying to throw you the ball. See, they're trying to get you in the game. Castle wraps it around. Oh, and Jesse Lynn knocks it away. And ends up going out of bounds.
Pone getting a little bit frustrated there. because Orange is doing a good job of keeping him out of the paint. So when he gets there and he doesn't get the ball, you know, you got to feed the big man.
A little up high, but it bounced around and trying to make that play there. 2 is number 12, Derek Trenton, but it rolled off of Trenton. Now Explorer coming across half court, the shot up, ooh. He was open, was Norris, but it just rolls off the rim, and Pone with another rebound. And yeah, I guess I should have recorded myself saying that the other day, Jimmy. I could have just kept hitting the play button.
Saved a little work there. Oh, got away from him. T picks it up.
Trying to transition.
Got Javi on his right, but he's open.
And
oh, short-handed it.
Say, shorthand got a little too far under, but they're still up 13-12, 7:45 left to go in the first half.
10 seconds. Nice defense for Orange.
Got to keep moving. Got to have that outlet guy. But again, both teams, well, defense tightening up. So maybe, like you said, it could be a game that could be close and maybe high scoring, but it could be lower scoring because both defenses are going to have a lot to say about the outcome.
You know, it was the same with the softball championship. There were a lot of big hitters, and everybody thought it would be a high-scoring game. And the defenses,
Guilty.
you know, the defensive prevailed and had a low-scoring but very exciting game.
Marco Bunger getting across half court. Back to Sean Castle. Oh, nice catch there by Castle. And sends it over to Pone. Fakes the pass, Castle cuts in. Oh, trying to get it to Bunger, but look at T baiting him to throw it, cuts across the lane. Oh, that's a tough pass.
Javi didn't realize it was coming, went right over his head.
I think T frustrated with himself too because that's a tough angle too. You're right, he's directly behind him, and any time doing that just to throw it over. So as checking in now is number 14, it's Jose Reynoso.
Timeout,
as we get a timeout
Enterprise.
As they trail 13-12, Explorer with the lead. Let's see.
So I know we mentioned it the other night in softball, but you know, 2 of our huge success stories as athlete participants at the National Veterans Wheelchair Games actually playing together here. Anthony Pone and Sean Castle. Sean being a Alabama graduate.
Oh,
which,
yes.
You know, you have to mention that.
Roll Tide. I say it one time for him in the game.
And both actually playing overseas as professional wheelchair basketball players. And Sean now the Deputy Executive Director of PVA. So those 2, you know, we're all very proud of them and love to see their success and excited to have people follow in their footsteps, or their role steps, as it were.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, yeah, I talked to Anthony Pone last night. He's a character. He's a character. He's a fun guy. But, yeah, playing overseas, like you said, in Paris. And yeah, to come to the games again. And your point, too, you're watching, you want to get involved the first time, you'll get to play with experienced guys like that. They break up the classes, but you'll be playing with some experience. So best way to get coached is by, you know, him, Sean, you, these other guys that have been around, T, Jesse Lynn that know it, and you'll get coached up. It's not going to be a problem here.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys obviously have been coached by great coaches, and now they can help a lot of these young guys. And we've been around a while. We know a few things.
So Ryan Major back in the game, number 10 for Enterprise, and also number 5, Orlinda Marquez, getting her first action. Army vet is Marquez as Castle brings it up the court. Trying to keep Pone out of the lane, and you're right, the defense did the good job there. Also checking in number 14, Jose Reynoso. We said before the timeout, but he checked in. Oh, just behind Castle, and Javi's
out in front.
Rodriguez Santiago. Oh, and he gets fouled.
Smart play because he slowed it up because he knew Pone was coming and he could get that second foul on Pone.
Yeah, Pone's got gave him a 5, a little smile on his face, frustrated because he's like, oh, come on, he stopped. There's nothing I could do. So his second foul with 6:33 left to go here in the first half, 13-12. Explorer leading as Javi goes to the free throw line.
So if they are able in that in this last 6.5 minutes of the half to get that third foul on Pone. That would be huge.
Oh,
Nice.
nice rotation. Uses the glass there. It's T picking him up there, saying, all right, keep it up. And to me, obviously, getting up and down the court tough, but that's the toughest part of the game because free throws, when you're taught from, like you said, the time we start playing when you're young, you're using your whole body and to have that the upper half to do it. He goes 1 for 2 there, but puts his team up by 2 as Pone gets across half court just before the 10-second violation. As a little traffic jam there, but Pone picks it up. As he's at the free throw line, thinking of it, puts it up. Oh!
So that's exactly how far out you want to keep Pone. I mean, he
Okay.
can make that,
Right.
but he can also miss it. If you let him get in that lane, he can't miss it.
Yeah, very rarely does a miss happen. You're
Oh,
right. Oh,
it was a very tight lane there on that pass.
oh, look at Castle picking the ball up, throwing it ahead. As Javi gets there, but Sean will pull it out. 20 left on the shot clock. As he comes around, thinks of the shot, online, nice rotation. Oh, there it is, Jimmy. He says he's more of a shooter for Anthony, but saw his shot and got his, like you said right there, his Alabama shorts on.
Yeah, of course. And, you know, I was thinking if I was coaching Enterprise, I would have suggested to Sean to start doing what he normally does. You know, I mean, it's great to have Pone in there, but if he starts hitting the outside shot, that'll open it up for Pone to get into the lane and get the easy buckets.
Yeah, as the shot goes up there by 0-0, Victor Ventura for Explorer, who had checked into the game. Brent Norris with a nice screen up top there, and now they keep it well, Pone occupied up top at the three-point line. Laverne Anderson, who's back in the game, thinks about the shot. Well, takes a dribble, is now looking. Gets it out to Pone, who, well, trying to get close, but gives it to Castle. He'll put that shot up. The three is up. Oh! Nice touch. I always tell when a three-pointer, the coach say, Jimmy, when a three-pointer has nice touch because it'll softly roll off the rim. If it's not, you know it's going to be that long rebound, almost come back to the three-point line. As, oh, look at T. Foster right there, giving the bench a little sign that he made the hoop as he gives the Enterprise bench the sign.
That was the area that you don't want to have T shooting from. That's high percentage shot for him.
Laverne Anderson goes across half court. Ryan Major setting the screen. Oh, look at that. Anderson sees Castle coming down the lane, scoops it up. Oh! Under the pressure. It's a nice pass. Anderson put it right in his
Come on, guys.
right in his midsection, as we'll see it on the replay. Laverne Anderson say, oh, look at this. Going to shoot. Castle
You see
catches
how
it.
he squeezed it in as he was going through the lane so it couldn't get knocked out. That was nice work.
It's a little bit too tough on that shot. Great shot there. You see in the replay. So Laverne Anderson and Ryan Major check out. Number 14, Lucas Sawyers checks in, along with lucky number 13, your number, W.D. Foster. Pone with the ball. Foster was going to set a screen, and now, oh, a shot clock violation. I didn't, as, no. Goes down to 0, 16-14 though. The Explorer leading. The Explorer again in the orange jerseys as Enterprise in the gold. Number 13, Paul Stewart checked in for Explorer as well. So Paul Stewart, Jose Reynoso, Brent Norris, number 4, is in, and also Javier Rodriguez Santiago. Javi stays in the game.
I believe there was some sweat on the ball, and no one wants that slipping out of their hands, so they're going to dry it off before we continue play.
That's already tough enough to shoot with what you guys have, and now getting the precipitation on it does not help. Steve Foster.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say about that being tough. It's definitely a transition from being raised and taught to use your legs in your shot, and then suddenly you can't use them at all. So no one ever comes into this game and just picks it up. Nice shot by Brent Norris. You know, a Class 1 who can bring the ball up court and also shoot is just huge.
And another nice pass from who else? T. Foster, just scoring when he needs to, dishing when he needs to. As Pone, look at that, cuts it back, gets it across half court just before the 10-second violation. You're right, that pressure from the Orange defense is, they might get a few more of those 10-second calls. So we're already down to 10 on the shot clock as Castle has it pretty far out as Foster comes over and sets a screen. 5 seconds left. Shot's gonna have to be put up. Oh, had to rush it, almost hits it though.
Excellent defense by the Explorers. If they can continue to have success there, it's exactly what they need.
Foster, get it in the north side. You said a one, a Class 1, but look at him bringing the ball up the court
Absolutely.
like it's nothing. Oh, nice fake there on Foster by Norris. By Norris, pardon me, on Foster. Other way around. Ooh, his shot is up and, well, Pone comes down with another rebound as Javi cuts off Mr. Castle there.
Ball.
Goes up the court, turns in. Nice catch there by Sawyers.
Lucas Sawyers is a first-time participant, but he is from Louisville, Kentucky, and the games will be in Louisville next year.
Well, that's right, it is his first games. It's, telling me that and the other day, and I was like, but unfortunately he had gotten sick in their first game, so he played a little bit, but then his doctor's got to be careful, but didn't clear him to play, and but it's good to see him better, and like you said, back out on the court. So he's really happy that this is his first games, and next year he gets to have him at home in Louisville.
It's great to have the games close to home, that way you don't have to worry about the travel. Worry about your sports chairs and things like that, and you know, it's things can happen when there's 600 wheelchair athletes traveling to a city. You just gotta hope you're not the one that year.
Chair gets damaged or lost,
yeah,
even worse.
Yeah.
Well, back to action now is T. Foster with the ball. Oh, well, he had the right idea, but he snaps it right to Sean Castle, turns it over. Pone gets stopped by Foster, and look at this. Breaking out is W.D. Foster.
Oh, I don't think he saw Javi.
Yeah, he had the perfect angle there.
He has T. That's his shot. Oh,
wow, keeps his balance, misses the shot.
Great job by Javi. Nice follow. Nice hustle. Hustle pays off.
And playing that tempo, getting up court again. Maybe all their teammates not up, but they play that pseudo fast break right there. Team missed, but nobody on. Javi's able to get to the hoop, get the rebound, and put it back to give his team a 6-point lead with 90 ticks left on the clock.
And Explorers building a bit of a lead.
You see Javi right there. Look at that. Just very cool, yeah. Ooh, the Vern Anderson called the foul. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm going to say he did get him on the hand. I was going to say that was a heck of a read right there by Paul Stewart. But a little too much extra contact, I guess. The officials right there, kind of tough to get away with that one.
From here it looked good, but we were like 5 times further away than the ref there, so.
You got a smaller towel?
Yeah, I was trying to, looking for a towel and able to find it. And again, I just said wiping the ball off, making sure it's not getting too slick. These guys are working up a sweater, so they act like they're working hard
Right.
out there.
It's not at all warm in here, but I'm sure it is for those guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, we see right there. Pone,
Pone is a sweater.
Vern Anderson will inbound the ball. T. Foster, again, trying to stay inside, not let Pone get free. As he comes across. Anderson gets it up to Pone at the three-point line. Enough time on the shot clock. There are 20 seconds.
See, it's a defensive win when you have Pone that far out from the basket. Nice pass.
As he took the shot.
T's got Brent. It's a 2-on-1, 3-on-1.
Brent, puts it up off the glass. Had the right angle, just a little too strong. So Enterprise able to get back and get the rebound.
The Explorer defense is the difference in this game right now.
Hold it. Just hold it.
Final 30 seconds of this first half.
Sean and Anthony are finding it tough to get easy shots.
3 seconds left on the shot clock. Sean's gonna have to put it up.
And the foul.
Bailed out with the foul as there was 2 seconds left on the shot clock. That's T's first though.
Sean will take it.
Yep. Oh, that's always tough, player, especially for coaches. And they bailed out by a foul with anything less than 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sean will approach and see if he can cut into this Explorer lead.
Nice.
Oh, good for him there. Getting set, so if he can hit this, his team will be within 4. Oh, just off the rim. Oh, but he gets 3, that's right, because he was behind the three-point line. So, man, T really bailed him out even bigger. Oh, rolls around and no good.
20 seconds for T to work.
Well, he gets up 4 pretty quick. No shot clock. He can hold for the last shot. Ooh, well, Laverne comes forward, and I learned that the hard way the other day. If you make contact, even though you were falling down, it's still a foul.
Hey, 12 seconds. 12
Basically, the chair is part of the body.
Yep.
And when there's chair contact, it's usually going to be called a foul. Unless the defender gets there to the spot first, and then usually they won't make any call unless it's an obvious charge.
Right. And defense gets no rules. I don't think they get help with is the sidelines. Oh, very nice pass there as Foster goes across.
9 seconds.
Norris. Yep. Trying to get it to Pone. Oh, he's able to run it down. Get into the lane, see if he puts a shot up, puts it up. Oh! At the buzzer, he claps his hands together all by himself. That's the easiest look he's had in a while, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, well, it is. And, you know, the added pressure of the clock ticking down. He wanted to call foul, but there was no one around him.
So, he goes there. So, you're... Okay, so Explorer, we'll look at the Orange team first, but Team Explorer, what are your thoughts of their first half?
Well, you couldn't be happier. If I'm coaching the Explorers, everything's gone exactly as they drew it up. They're up 5 points, playing great defense. The shots haven't really been going. I've seen Javi and T hit a lot more baskets than they have so far. But also, you have to add into that, I can tell you from experience, it's difficult to shoot a shot when you got Anthony Pone looking right at you. It's a very intimidating added pressure there.
Absolutely. 20-15 is a halftime score. Jimmy and I will step aside for a second. When we get back, we'll have the second half of this gold medal game from the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America. Back here at the gold medal match for basketball, brought to you by NVWG. Yes, you can. NVWG, man, their technology, absolutely awesome. Got to catch up with them, helping out for the repair of the chairs. As we are here at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida, the gracious host of the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America, along with, Jimmy Green, who did a little 9-ball, archery, softball, basketball, busy man this week. I'm Michael Caratanudo, and we are getting ready for the second half as Explorer in the orange jerseys, they are up 20-15 over Enterprise. So what does Explorer have to do to keep their lead, Jimmy?
They got to do exactly what they've been doing. Great defense, take the shots when they can get them. If I'm coaching Enterprise, I think I would have Sean start doing what he does, and he's a good outside shooter, and that'll open it up for Pone. I believe in the first half he was looking for Pone too much, and the Explorers have been playing really good defense, so he needs to work his game. Sean needs to work his game a little more, and that should open it up for Pone to get those easy baskets.
Yeah, and Sean, I mean, hit that shot, got fouled at the three-point line, sunk a few free throws, but now Explorer with the ball. And again, this week's live streams are brought to you by USAA, the official media and technology sponsor of the 38th National Veterans Wheelchair Games.
Nice pass.
And Javi, Javier
got his own rebound.
Santiago, gets his own rebound and gets fouled as starting out on the court. Well, let's get to the Explorer team in the orange. T. Foster, Javier Rodriguez Santiago, along with number 3, Junior Fretz, and at number 4, Brent Norris. And number 12, his first time in the game, that's Terry Johnson. Oh, just a little long. The 5-point lead, and for Enterprise, Lucas Sawyers on the court with Anthony Pone, Sean Castle, Marco Bungert, and Laverne Anderson. Second free throws are just 21 seconds in. Ooh, just a little off to the right.
Let's see if Enterprise made any adjustments at the half.
Yeah. Well, and like you were saying, Sean's got to do what he was doing, but defensively, the Explorer just needs to keep playing defense like they were, right?
Exactly.
Oh, well, Laverne Anderson took a dribble, gathers himself. Ooh, and T able to tip the rebound away from him, and now he needs an outlet somehow as Pone's down there. Oh, and it goes over the head. Sean turning around, picks it up. And they have a chance to cut into this 5-point lead.
They may have looked like bad defense when they left the guy open there, but their choices were to pick up Pone or leave that guy open, and they made the right decision to pick up Pone. Nice rebound.
Ooh.
And a shot.
Puts it up and in. Laverne Anderson.
Presence felt.
So here comes Explorer. Ooh, is just getting turned around a little bit there as Brent Norris, but he treks down the ball, gets it to T.
You see Brent moving with the ball. You don't see that in a lot of Class 1s. It is huge to have him doing the things he can do.
So 2 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to put it up. It's up. Oh, and ends up short and out of bounds as the shot clock running down. So 20-17. So Marco Bungert will inbound it.
It is really difficult for these players to work with a shot clock that doesn't exist.
Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. Pone gets the ball, a few pump fakes, gathers himself, but just off.
Come on, Junior! Come on, Junior!
Look at that. Flying back down court.
Smart play by Javi. He didn't force anything.
Gets it to T, but Mr. Pone shows up. Well, that's a tough double team there. Mr. Castle shows up. But look at Javi rolling off it. Can't really go to the right because the big paws are up of Anthony Pone, and he changed his shot enough.
In my opinion, T and Javi ought to be working on their 15-foot shots. It is so difficult to shoot on Anthony Pone.
Yeah, you said it in the beginning, and you see it there when he gets that mid up. It's just tough as well. Sean's going to put that shot up, like you said. Ooh, the rebound knocked around us. Javi, ooh. Let's see who touched it last, though. Oh, well, it looks like Marco Bungert, who was right there.
Javi with a nice rebound. They are both very good mid-range shooters, and I think that would be either one of them gets warmed up, they could run them out of here.
The more I watch him, Jimmy, is how is Brent Norris a 1? I don't understand. It seems like he has way more. I don't know. I mean, I get it, but wow, you're right. The more I pay attention to him and see him moving off the ball, and look at T hits that shot right there, but you're right.
Case in point with the outside shot there.
Yeah.
Thank you, T, for
Coach Green right here. The clinic will cost you a few extra dollars. He's not giving away all his extra secrets, but you can come out to his clinic.
Yeah, Brent, in any Class 1, they don't have any stomach muscles there, but he has just been playing a long time, and he's able, as you can see him, he's leaned back in the chair and just very good at and experienced at controlling, keeping himself back there and still being very dominant, getting up and down the court and handling the ball, and he's a good shooter as well.
Yeah, and Marco Bungert hit that last shot for Enterprise as Explorer comes back down. As Javi gets it over to T, gets kind of pushed back out by Sean Castle. And now down low is a shot clock running low. Ooh, puts a shot up just short. Nice job.
I'm telling you, they are just on cue. They must have microphones. I'm talking him up.
Brent
he gets
Norris,
the offensive rebound and the putback.
Junior Fret's in the game as well, number 3. Castle, well, but Brent playing great defense, gets it to Marco. He thought about the shot, but look at that, gets it down low to Laverne Anderson. Oh, just misses, trying to get his own rebound, and it goes out off of, looks like T. Foster touched it last. As we'll see the last 2 hoops here. Look at that. It's Pone with look at that, right across. Not only did he reach over everybody, he's seeing over, like you said, everybody too. Get a whistle there, and as Sean Castle gets it, inbounds to Marco Bungert. Vern Anderson, look at that, but ooh, just off. As Javi gets the rebound, coming back up the court, trying to push Pone outside. Got a 3-on-1 in the lane, and Javi, oh, right idea with the scoop shot, but puts it. Hits the rim first before it hits the backboard. Here comes Castle the other way. He'll scoop it up. And
nice work.
Nice touch off the window there. So now that makes it 24-21. Enterprise within 3.
I believe what Javi was trying to do on the original shot was to get Pone to foul him. And if that had worked out, it would have been his 3rd, and it was a smart move. Just didn't work out.
Yeah, as T gets challenged by Pone, and that's right, 2 fouls. He's the only one in real foul trouble. As we just got the last basket, look at Sean coming in there. As trying to get over was Terry Johnson. Sean just too quick, right?
He was in that case.
So he has the ball now.
Great defense. They have Pone completely out of his area.
Yeah, you're right. Keep him out of the lane. He's taking the dribble. Ooh, ball's on the court. Look at that. Goes back to Pone. Rips it across the lane to Castle. 2 on the shot clock. He puts it up. Ooh, hits the rim. Shot clock will reset. But
Bobby with the rebound.
Right there. And they're having everybody back, but they're pushing the tempo. They are pushing the tempo as Jesse Lynn getting set to check back in.
Nice move, Javi. It comes up a little short on the shot.
And I said this to you the other night in softball, Jimmy, just the fact how you're able to, again, make all the second nature, pardon me, and stop like on a dime. And the way you guys cut back, even with having a little bit of speed and leaving the defender behind, again, just an amazing part to this game and a tough part to this game as well.
Yeah, that comes with experience. It's and it becomes second nature, and you really don't even have to think about it at some point. It all just the best situation is the chair becomes part of the body, and you just think of it that way. The wheels are your legs at this point. You're strapped in, as you can see. Every player has the straps that hold them in, and if you get that as tight as possible, and the chair moves with your body, and that's a little bit of experience makes that happen.
I was going to say, and the strap is necessary. The way you two guys, or the way your teams, you like to foul each other and come at each other, ending up in the lap. We saw it earlier with Laverne Anderson and Joanne Rodriguez as she was welcomed to the game, the gold medal match by Laverne, who committed the foul. But 24-21 as checking back in the game also is Darius Jones for Enterprise, number 11. Ryan Major, number 10, checks back in. Jesse Lynn got in the game for Explorer, number 5. It's Javi, nice cut there. But the defense is there.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, Coach, seriously, do they have an earpiece in? Work on your mid-range shot. Him and T both stepping out, hitting the shots. Man.
That's what they do. And
well, for next year, we got to aim for 2 things. Like I said, for swimming, I wanted water-resistant equipment so I could be in the pool broadcasting. A little warm yesterday. But we're going to have have the coach mic on the court when you're playing, get you all mic'd up. So.
Oh, you don't want that.
I was going to say, you might have to watch what you say a little bit.
The color commentary is a little more colorful, to say the least.
Oh, that is true. As well, Castle with the ball now, gets it to Pone. They're down by 5, 26-21, and a foul.
Actually, a good foul by Jesse. That Pone was about to go around, and that's the best case scenario there is you foul him before he goes up.
Yeah, especially as it goes into the second half, 12:37. You got the 5 fouls, and as we talked about, that'll be inbounds there, but again, make him earn it from the free throw. Like you were saying, I mean, how tough it is to get used to that, and guys are right there. I mean, that's quite a little bit of practice too. How much, when you're in season, how much do you guys practice during the week? How many games and how many practices? I didn't ask you that the other day.
Well, it depends on where you are in the team, and the funding is very difficult these days for NWBA teams. Back when I was younger, before the big recession of the early 2000s, a lot more teams were funded. Now money is hard to come by. So how many games you play and how many tournaments you go to is based on. Nice shot by Javi. Made a good choice there.
Look at that. And Jesse Lynn widened out just a little bit to make it tough. He faked the pass. That defender hesitated.
Pulled the defender away, exactly. And if the defender had gone to Javi, he could have just easily dumped it over to Jesse. So I guess on average, teams, if they're lucky, they may play 15, 20 games. And if they're lucky enough to have teams near them, even more. But in order to be eligible for nationals, you have to have played at least 10 games. And a lot of times players nowadays are paying their own way.
We'll see him on the fast break here. Pone traveling from behind, but he screens him out. Sean comes over, but at the last second, leaving Jesse, as you could see, or you could feel his teammate Anthony Pone coming up. But yeah, pulled him away. He came over, but Javi's experience there. Look at that, hits the shot.
Absolutely.
Now they're back up by 5 as Castle inbounds it to Darius Jones, gets it right back to him.
He's new to the games, but he's definitely not new to basketball.
That's Ryan Major trying to set a screen like he would, and he gets the ball a lot in quad rugby, but he knows how to set those screens.
And that's huge for shooters if you get those guys who don't mind being the screen setters and knowing their role and helping the team.
The pass was going
nice
to Derek
pass.
Stretton, turned over, and you see right away Explorer transitioning. It's Javi with the ball, but Sean able to cut him off there.
Good patience for Javi there. Some guys will go ahead and put that up. And great shot for Jesse, and way to get over on the side and spread out the defense. Beautiful job, Jesse.
As Joanne Rodriguez had checked back in along for Explorer, along with number 13, Paul Stewart. And we get a timeout with a 32-21 lead now.
Those
Enterprise.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say those fast breaks are coming from the defense. As I was saying earlier, the Explorers' defense is the key to this game right now and has been.
And they're again, and you heard T right there, like you said, Javi didn't rush it, but he got it at the T. You heard T saying set it up. There was 11 seconds left on the shot clock. And I know the rugby guys, so he's telling me there's a turnover. And after a turnover, there's usually another turnover because it's human. You get the ball, you're like, oh, let's go. Or, get a rebound, put it back up quick. I'll set it up, get everybody where they need to be. But then another good thing, too, you're saying we're exploring, because Anthony Pone early on was in the lane, no problem, but Javi's been a little bit of a nuisance. So is T, and whoever's been on him has kept him out of the lane. So we'll see him in this timeout if Enterprise is talking about the big man within the rules forcing his way down there again, see if he can get position.
Well, they've done a great job of keeping him from doing that, and it's been a combination. Javi, T, Brent, Jesse, everyone, if Pone tries to come around that way, they switch and pick up. And actually, at the same time, they're keeping Pone out of there, but they're also keeping Sean out of the areas where he likes to shoot. Great defense.
And T, again, you see him in there getting his team focused and rallying up. Championship Saturday, again, congratulations to Tim Connor, who won the Super G. First year ever doing it. Qualified tops in the slalom. Goes through bracket style, which they changed it up this year. Went through it 3 times, and the third time, course changed a little bit, Jimmy. He goes through at 2:19.
That's
in
incredible.
the Super G.
I need to meet that guy.
Whew. And yeah,
the guy he beat out, the guy he beat out, Terry Rock, good friend of mine, he has actually won the Super G in the past.
And it was his first time and Rock's 14th in this. Yeah, Rock, I liked the mind game he was trying to play, Jimmy, because he had the cutoff shirt, and you see, man, he had the guns going.
Yeah, solid.
But yeah, they won the Super G, and then congratulations to Mercury, that was the winning the gold medal in the quad rugby. And now we'll have the basketball gold medalist, which so far it looks like Explorer. But hey, we got enough time for Enterprise to make a run. They just got to notch up their defense, take a page from Explorers, Brooke. Oh, look at that. Pone goes down low. Ooh, tries a reverse, gets it right back. Look at him turn around. Oh, puts it back up. Third time a charm? Nope. How about 4? There he goes.
4 shots, 3 rebounds, and 2 points.
You're right, but it's just so unfair because you can't. Once he gets that position, it's tough if you're not going to foul him to get the rebound.
He nearly had a double-double with that one possession.
Exactly. See, he was just trying to pad his stats. I am picking up what he's throwing down. But 32-23, nice pass.
Oh, Jesse's killing him. They better start covering that guy.
Oh, yeah, Jesse Lynn. T. Foster, they need him to score, like you said earlier. He scores, Jimmy. They need him to pass, drop the dimes off, and look at that. No problem. Now it's coming up to court now is Sean Castle.
See, they're basically there's one. There
Boom.
you go. They're basically challenging Sean to shoot, and normally he would. I think having Pone on his team has made him go away from his game, but he should get back to that because they have to come out there and show him the respect of a shooter, and that'll open it up for Anthony.
Well, T puts a shot up. Ooh, just off.
Pone on the fast break.
Is T getting back, though? Ooh, little contact there.
The D
Pone's got
back.
a smile on his face saying, come on, give me that foul.
Yeah, he's too big to get the cheap fouls.
Exactly.
They'll tell any big man that. Too big to get those cheap ones.
So 10 seconds left on the shot clock. As T coming up to guard Sean Castle. It's Pone with the ball. 3 on the shot clock. Puts it up.
Nice shot for Pone. That's outside the outer edges of his range.
I was going to say it's the outside fringe of his range. I'm guessing from how you're looking at it there.
But he had a nice release there. Nice shot.
So T gets in.
Nice
lane.
move.
Oh, does he get the N1? Oh, Javi almost gets it. As you see him coming through there, and almost a look of frustration he didn't make it, but you see Pone right there. Look at that as Javi's like, come on, go ahead, shoot it. You can't make it from here. I was like, I got some touch for you.
And that's about as good as the defense can be right there. It's nothing you can do about that height. In wheelchair basketball, there's no jumping to it, so the height you are is the height you are. Now you get the professionals that Pone plays against can hop up on that one wheel.
Hop up on the one wheel.
Yeah. Paul Schulte was here on the kickoff game, and he was demonstrating that. Yeah, you got to have a lot of balance to do that, but yeah, you can hop the chair up and get up on one wheel, and that'll give you another 4 or 5 inches of height. It's just not very easy to do.
No, no. Wow. That I did not know. As checking in the game now for the Explorer team as Javi puts up the free throw. Ooh, just off, but that's number 2, Billy Ray Pierce. Rebound gets knocked around, but Mr. Pone comes down with it, although Jesse was challenging him there, Jimmy. He had almost took it away from him. Pone directing traffic now. Taking the dribble, gets it to Sean. Nice screen by Pone. And now Ryan Major sets another screen, and Castle has to go back the other way. Oh, W.D. Lawson back in the game. Oh, look at that. Nice dish to Pone. Well, the ball movement's good. Now there's 1 second on the shot clock. He's got to get the shot up. And it is a shot clock violation. Defense doing his job, cutting screens off and everything. And now we have a substitution coming in. 0-0, Victor Ventura. Actually talked to him the other night. He's a Dodgers fan and a Lakers fan too. It's pretty funny, Jimmy. He said, no, the war, so-and-so won. He's like, oh, those championships don't count. If it was before a certain year, he said, oh, it was too easy. They don't count. I go, yeah, sure they don't.
Huh. Bet he didn't feel that about those Showtime Lakers teams.
Exactly. No, it was nice catching up with him in the hotel the other night. Look at that. He gets a nice screen from him. And
and the payoff.
Billy Ray.
I believe T is getting close to double digits in assist. Great job.
See, we've worked together a little bit. You start working here at Great Minds Think Alike. I was about to say to you, I'm like, you think he's almost at 10 assists? Sean with the ball now. His team down by 9, 36-27. He puts the jumper up. Ooh, top of the key.
A long 2 there. I would tell Sean if he's going to be that far out, he's very good at shooting the 3. He should go ahead and pull out that extra foot of distance and be looking at 3.
I know he had a few in the games this year, but last year when he was playing, he took 2 and he buried him in a row, and I was like, man. As OT puts it up a little short. 7.5 left to go here in the second half. Explorer trying to hold on for the gold medal. I think Enterprise has something to say about that. Sean Castle able to go at Ventura, but he cuts him off nicely.
Pone's in his area.
Oh, yeah. Getting his rhythm. And not much Javi could do there. He was right there, but again, he extends. And now Javi coming up the court. Is he going to pull up? Oh, well, thought about dropping it off to T, but T comes back up top, and they'll set it up with 15 on the shot clock. Again, with the lead, as we get a whistle, I was going to say, no problem taking some time. As we get a foul, and Sean, nice swing pass there. And again, Javi, well, I'll try to bother you, right?
Do the best I can, but at that point, it's too late. The defense it's over there. And that's the reason why Sean has kind of been, not doing his normal game, because, of course, if you have Pone, you want to use him and feed the beast.
So Linda Marquez, we see her there, number 5 in the game. Ooh, almost got the rebound, but Pone snagged it. Marquez she's getting down court, helping Sean out. Nice screen there as Ventura couldn't maybe force the over and back. As Pone trying to at the free throw line. Ooh, just short. And T with the rebound. Well, Javi and T and Sean and Anthony playing every minute of this game.
Nice pass.
Oh, great bounce pass there. Oh, got a little wide there. Let the bounce pass come. That's textbook, right, Coach?
Exactly. Just how I told him.
As we'll see Javier Rodriguez Santiago here on the break and tee.
And the play
That's
is
got to be
happening right
double-digit
there.
assists right now. Go ahead,
Gotta
describe it.
be. Well, we're a little ahead of it now, but the play was happening right there. They spread out. They spread out, so the defense had to make choices, and T did a little glance over to see that Javi was there, and that's when the play happened. The end result was based on what was happening just after half court. Beautiful play.
And they lead 38-29. Their defense suffocating in the first half, enough points. And then, like you said, they warmed up. You got a guy like Jesse Lind off the bench. He is the team's microwave. You know, basketball will take any shots. And now the defense cracking down. But Pone hitting 2 big shots. Castle, like you said, Sean needing to hit a few shots as he's talking to the team.
Yeah, they want to be patient, but at the same time, there's only 6 minutes left in the game.
Yep.
But they don't want to start rushing anything. You know, Sean with shooting the outside shots when he gets the chance, and Pone just keep working back and forth, trying to get that little space to get down in the lane. And if Sean sees him, anticipates him getting into the lane, then make that pass like he did on the last possession. And they can cut right into this lead, but their defense will have to make a few stops.
And that they will. Back on the court for the Enterprise team, again in the gold jerseys. W.D. Foster inbounded to Sean Castle. Orlinda Marquez, number 5. Anthony Pone, number 2. And Ryan Major, number 10, on the court for the Enterprise team. As Pone puts it up, ooh, just off the rim. T. Foster gets the rebound as he's on the court, along with number 14. That's Jose Reynoso, who checked back in the game. Victor Ventura, 0-0. Javi Rodriguez Santiago.
Nice
And
pass
Ventura,
there.
look at that,
And
gets
it
the
pays
hoop.
off.
And also, there's number 2, Billy Ray Pierce, the 5th on the court for Team Explorers. So that makes it 40-29.
T, an excellent team player. I mean, he gets as much excitement from the assist and another player making the basket as he would. In fact, probably more than he would from his own. Nice defense by Javi, knocks it away.
Yeah. Sean
From
did put it
T-zone.
up high, but it came down, so Javi could get it, and look at that. Well, he definitely wants, he's looking for the assist record, but he gets
Yes.
the rebound, and look at that. Oh, he's like, let me get to the double digits in points, too.
Yeah. A few more rebounds, hit a triple-double.
Pone coming across court as Major sets a screen. Billy Ray Pierce is like, why are you picking on me here in the backcourt? As Pone gets into the
Nice
lane.
pass.
Oh, what a dish to W.D. Foster. Had the angle just a little too strong, and well, T's with the he's got to be close to a triple-double. Very, very, very close.
Do we have anybody keeping those stats?
I have to check right after the game. Well, I'm guessing they're keeping points. Oh, his shot is up. And no good. And now we're going to get a sub as Brent Norris coming back in for Billy Ray Pierce.
Looks like everybody's getting their top players back in, so this last 4.5 minutes should be exciting. If they are to hold on and win, this will be back-to-back gold medals for T. Foster.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yes, he was on. Yeah, see, I did that game. Such a rush last year, but he was on the gold medal team.
Yeah, I
They
was
had
on
the purple jerseys last year.
I was on the silver medal team last year. It's the only
Okay.
reason I know.
Oh.
That's no fun winning the silver medal in bracket play.
Well, our director, David Heil, said we still love you. It's all right. You're welcome here with us anytime. I know you want to be out in the court. We want to see you there. Oh, down to Laverne Anderson.
Nice.
A tough angle. That
Nice
was
pass.
a really tough angle. The one arm up and Laverne right there. Man, first year, like I said, he was playing softball. They put him on the pitching mound, which
He almost got the steal there.
Steal.
Nice defense. Knocked it away.
I mean, usually you're not going to, usually a first-year guy doesn't end up on the pitcher's mound in softball, does he?
Well, usually not, but hey, sometimes you get into new things and you find out you're really good at doing something you had no idea.
Well, it's inbound as Ventura will take it. 3:50 left to go, 42-31. You see the score, Explorer leading over Enterprise. And from the Orange County Convention Center here in Orlando, Florida, the gracious host to a ton of the events here in the 38th rendition of the National Veterans Wheelchair Games. Army vet, and at his 23rd games. First joining us on the broadcast, but competing, Jimmy Green joining me. Sean Castle, well, thinking about the shot. As Mr. Norris has other ideas, so you can take up a lot of time as there's 10 left on the shot clock. Down to Pone, puts it up. Ooh, just a little bit long, tough angle. Couldn't really use the glass there.
Explorer ball.
Trying to get the sub in. So Ryan Major back in the game as W.D. Foster will check out. Oh, but you know what? That's what you're saying. I get tough playing games, but how many times a week will you guys practice too?
Well, I play for the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs, and we practice twice a week. Some teams, I've played on teams that were only able to practice once a week. I mentioned earlier Paul Schulte. I used to play with him for the Orlando Magic Wheels championship division team, and we rarely practiced together because we had so many players that were full-time workers.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, but this was, I mean, not me. I was one of the lower players on that team, some superstar athletes on that team, and, you know, they really didn't need a whole lot of practice. Most of them had been playing together for quite a long time.
Well, it definitely builds team camaraderie there, and like you said, if don't need a lot of practice, but you can definitely know where each other are on the court. But 42-31, 2:52 left to go. Explorer leading, and Enterprise will inbound as Marco Bunger gets to Sean Castle, goes across court to Pone. He tries to get a screen from Ryan Major. Now he'll set it up. Ooh, nice screen there as Ventura now has to come out and guard Pone. As Major just doing a good job of keeping up traffic. 15 on the shot clock. As Pone's going to put the three up. Ooh, well, online, but just a little short.
And I'm sure the Explorers would give that shot up every single time. Keep Pone out of the paint, and they've done their job. If he hits the jumpers, then he hits the jumpers.
Yeah,
but
that's when, what's that, the old, you tip your cap and say, okay, well,
exactly.
You beat us that way.
Junior Fritz back in the game.
Junior.
Explorers had to make adjustments because a few people needed a little more time in the game. Everyone has to play at least 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so you have to make sure that happens.
Jose Reynoso had checked in and then checked back out. As Norris will inbound it to Foster and gives it right back to him. And again, just I still can't believe his ranking. I still can't believe he's a run. Oh, and look at Javi getting up court. Ooh, putting a little move there on. Oh, well, a little too much of a move because he knocked the ball out of his hand, but that was a heck of a move.
Put the move on himself there.
Yep. And come on, superstar guys on that team. I'm sure you were one of the guys they went to on the team. You're a superstar. Come on, you can't fool me.
Well, if you put me on a D3 team, I can make some difference there, but this was the highest level of NWBA.
Okay.
And some of the players on that team were, Paul Schulte was one of them, multi-time gold medalist at the Paralympics,
Wow.
multi-time Division I national champion, just all around one of the best players I've ever known.
Nice.
It was a privilege to play with him. And also on top of that, one of the most humble players I've ever met. A lot of guys that are at that level, I mean, very top level. You know, sometimes they can be a little arrogant, and their level of play shows. I mean, if you met Paul Schulte out on the street or you know, just at an event and you weren't watching him play, you would not know that he was one of the best players ever, because we were talking about Invacare being a sponsor. They actually, their basketball chair is top end, and their basketball chair is named after Paul Schulte.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So as Anthony Pone there, we saw him get tangled up. He had to stand up so his chair could get untangled. Yeah, who says it's not a contact sport? Wow. So it was for him, huh? The chair.
Yeah, I mean, he works for the company, and
Okay.
the chair is it's the Paul Schulte. It's got a longer name than that, but my chair is actually a Paul Schulte.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good, is what you're saying.
Yes, very.
You might have wanted to keep him around on a team.
Definitely, you would.
So as Sean Castle will come across court, Marco Bunger in front of him. Oh, put up the three, but look at that. Laverne Anderson gets
in the
rebound.
lane.
Oh, yeah, he's right there. Puts it up. Nice
Yeah.
touch. Mr. Automatic from that close, like you said. Makes it 41 to 33.
9-point game, single digits. Now they just need to play some D. And they're definitely pressing.
Well, and they have to. Jesse Lynn, look at that. Getting
Nice
to
work.
Foster, breaking the press. Oh. Keeping the balance there.
Now they're going to use as much of the shot clock, of course, as they can. Oh. If he was going to foul him, he probably should have done it earlier in the shot clock.
Anthony Pone, I hear him saying, next time I'm just not going to go for the ball, so admitting to the foul already. You know what, really, you usually want the officials to hear that within an earshot, right? It's Javi down the lane. Ooh, just off. As Sean gets a rebound. Had Laverne Anderson breaking, but so he comes across half court. Pone trying to get into the lane. Gets cut off by 3 defenders.
They're making it tough on Pone. And when you're getting doubled all the time, it is frustrating.
Well, under a minute to go now here in the gold medal game. And Explorer, well, off the missed shot, it'll go out of bounds, and Explorer will have possession.
Great defensive game plan by Explorer, and they did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I mean, you said that from the beginning, and it's just even when Anthony Pone, the first few possessions getting in the lane, but after that, T. Foster and Javi made some adjustments for their defense as we get a timeout. But they made some adjustments, and yeah, there was quite a few stretches in the first half. Like you said, we didn't see Mr. Pone getting to camp out there in his favorite spots.
Not very often, and you know, when your defense plays great like that, there's no one that you can name for that. I mean, that's everybody playing well.
Right.
And that was one of the advantages we talked about earlier that the Explorer had, was that they had a deeper bench and they could bring guys off the bench that were still good ball players, and they wouldn't miss a step when they made those adjustments. And when you look at Brent and Jesse and full starting lineup, strong players, and that's the reason they've been able to keep Pone out of the paint, because Pone is getting picks, but then Pone goes around and the next guy picks him up, and then the next guy picks him up, and that's been a huge difference here.
It has been, and hit that mid-range shot. It's gotten close to the hoop, but with 53 seconds left in a 42-33 game. Well, they need some turnovers and some three-pointers. So, you're right. Maybe Sean will have to get back into that mode. And like you're right, you said before, just don't get inside that three-point line. And maybe, who knows? Maybe somebody commits a foul again, giving them 3 free throws.
Well, that would not be a good decision, but at this point, they'll definitely be guarding for that 3 because they definitely need them. And T. Foster is out of the game, getting a little breather.
Wow, his first time out. So T. Foster out. Jesse Lynn back in with Javier Rodriguez Santiago, Victor Ventura, Joanne Rodriguez, and of course, how can I forget Brent Norris on the 5 on the court for the Explorers. Sean Castle, Marco Bungert, Laverne Anderson, Anthony Pone, Ryan Major, the 5 for Enterprise.
Brent plays for the San Antonio Spurs wheelchair basketball team out of obviously San Antonio. And a couple of years ago, his team went to the Division III championship game. They lost to Miami.
Oh, wow.
Nice move.
Oh, and look at Jesse Lynn. Beats the break. Can't foul him. Oh, and look at that.
Might have been the nail.
Enough speed. Yeah, I was going to say. 45 seconds left to go, an 11-point lead. Javi gets screened by Anthony. Smile on his face.
Like running into a brick wall.
Yeah. Trying to get Ryan a hoop, and look at that. Major underneath. Oh, puts it up just short. Gets it to Laverne Anderson, and he'll get the hoop. You saw Anthony calling out for Ryan right there. Got open, but with 22.7 seconds left to go, 44-35. And Javi gets it across. It's Anthony Pone still swatting at the ball. That's you like that there. Challenging, looking at the official saying, I'm fouling him. It's like a little brother and sister. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Anthony Pone made no bones about that. He takes his 3rd foul.
To be honest with you, I would have expected the official to kind of look the other way on that with 8 seconds left. Would have pretended I didn't see that.
Well, Anthony, he's definitely playing to the crowd there. They're laughing on the other side. So whatever he's saying, I'll be trying to. Like I said, he is a character, right?
Absolutely.
Well, yes, all you guys are. It's been awesome being here as the final 2 seconds. And Explorer wins the gold medal in basketball.
That was excellent work. They came out with a game plan, and they followed it, and it worked perfectly. And I would say most people here would have expected, because you almost can't go against Anthony Pone and Sean Castle on the same team. But the Orange team didn't feel that way.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So you know what? The teams are going to congratulate each other. What we'll do, we'll step aside real quick, but we are going to have the medal presentation, so don't go far here. We'll have the medal presentation coming up, but the teams will congratulate each other. So Jimmy and I will step aside, but we'll have the medal presentation, our final thoughts coming up on the other side. Congratulations to Explorer, as they are the gold medal winners at the 2018 National Veterans Wheelchair Games in basketball, brought to you by Invacare. We'll be back with the medal ceremony here from the Orange County Convention Center.
Hey, great novice effort, baby. Great novice effort.
Trying, definitely trying. Well, that's good, man. Hey, where you at?
Dad, are you gonna give us?
Has this been a long week or what? From the Department of Veterans Affairs, our former acting VA Secretary, Peter O'Rourke. And the director of the NVWG Medical Center, and our host and local organizing committee, Tim Lazerne.
Back here at the Orange County Convention Center, Orlando, Florida, the gracious host to the 38th National Veterans Wheelchair Games, alongside Jimmy Green and Michael Caratinito. And, well, we're getting the medals presented as they are out there. So, well, we'll kick it out to Dave as he is presenting. But, yeah, as he's presenting, and we'll get the medal ceremonies.
Thank you very much. Okay, To start this off, we would love to have the following individuals from Team Enterprise coming down. First, for the silver medal, number 2, Anthony Poe. There we go. They're going to bring the medals up here. Here we go. All right. Stephen Carter. Not here. Number 3, Carl Morgan. Okay, number 14, Lucas Sawyers. Number 4, Laverne Anderson.
Let's go, Big Bird!
Number 5, Orlinda Marquez. Number 15, Sean Castle.
Let's go, Sean!
Number 12, Derek Trenton. All right. Number 13, WTA Foster. Number 10, Ryan Major. Number 00, Marco Bungo. And last but not least, number 11, Darius Jones. All right, let's give it up for your silver medal, Team Enterprise. You're missing one person. I apologize on my behalf. We couldn't do this out without our great sponsors from Invacare. Come on down, Stuart, bring your team. I know you. That's my fault. Okay. Team Enterprise, come on over and hang tight. We're not done with you. And Invacare, stay on up here, please. Okay. For our gold medal presentation, we have, are you ready? They played awesome, incredible defense. Team Explorer. Come on. All right, representing Team Explorer, we have number 1, Booker T. Foster. Number 13, come on down, Mr. Paul Stewart. All right, moving down the line, number 5, the speedy Jesse Lynn. All right. Just a minute, Joanne. All right, number 12, Terry Johnson. All right. Number 15, let's give it up for Javier Rodriguez. And And number 2, bringing it up, Billy Ray Pierce. And now she's talking. Number 10, Joanne. Late to the party once again. All right. Number 14, representing Explorer, Jose Rodoso. All right. Mr. Offense, number 4, Brent Norris. And last but not least, 00, Victor Ventura. That is your gold medal winning team, Team Explorer.
And look at that, Dave Tostenrud. Well, Mr. Tostenrud, if he in his retirement wants to get into PA, Jimmy, I think he's got a future. Yeah,
That was nice.
Yes, so we see the silver medals as again, Enterprise gets the silver medal. 44-35 was the final. So we talked defense, but overall thoughts of the game. Stayed pretty close until the end there as Explorer got on a little bit of a run.
I thought it was a wonderful game, and if you can appreciate the defensive effort by Explorer, it was a great game. They did exactly what they needed to do. Had they not done that, this game may have been completely different, but their defense made a huge difference here.
And I see both teams there again. Like you said, you want to win the goal, but after the game, the camaraderie, and again, just taking the pictures, and it is definitely bragging rights for a year, right? Gold medal,
another
all
year
medal
for
winners.
Team Foster.
Yeah, exactly. Back-to-back goals. So now everybody next year is going to be going up to T and saying, "Come on, I'll be on your team, right? I'm good on your team. I'm good."
Yeah, well, if everybody had their choices, I guess it would always be a blowout.
Well, as they, again, NVWG doing such a great job of sponsors. But yeah, I mean, sponsoring the game, but the defense that they played, and right, they just, Sean never got into a rhythm, Anthony a little bit, but they frustrated him just enough.
Yes, just enough. And he got in there a few times, but you can't play perfect defense. I mean, sometimes he's going to get the spot, and just got to keep pressing and making him work, and he gets tired, and maybe late in the game, even if he does get the spot, he's got the old jelly arms, and, so there's lots of different reasons to put that pressure on.
Well, it was a great game. What a championship Saturday. Again, congratulations to Tim Connor winning the Super G, again, having to go through the course 3 times, and the championship round 219. He takes the gold in the Super G. And Mercury takes it in quad rugby, 46-42 over Team X. And in basketball, we just saw Team Explorer take the gold medal over Enterprise as they won the game 44-35. Well, Mr. Green, hey, thank you so much again for joining me. I'm glad you made me sound smarter, especially with the softball, the basketball, the coach here. So we look forward to Louisville next year, and hopefully you're playing in the gold medal game, but you can join us.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but I appreciate you guys having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, thank you, everybody, again, so much for joining us as we for basketball. But again, anything you miss, you can check out wheelchairgames.org. All these games will be up there, so go to wheelchairgames.org. And I'm Michael Caratinuto for Jimmy Green. Thank you so much for joining us as we put a ribbon on the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America. Thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you to everybody behind the scenes helping us. Obviously, the Floodstream crew. Dave doing a great job. Abby, Mike Danik, Joe Pashley, all you guys, amazing as we could bring this to you. And again, gold medal winners. We are getting out of here. We're signing off from Orlando, but we'll see you in a year's time from Louisville. And thank you for joining us again for the 38th edition of the National Veterans Wheelchair Games. As they wrap up, congratulations to the Explorer team. Good night from Orlando, Florida.